Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Thar Talks. Today my name is Nanjapa
And my name is Arav.
and today we are going to be interviewing those very few special people who have actually held key positions in this year's edition of Good Shepherd International School's IFSPD Glasgow sessions.
What's IFSPD?
Uh, just for the record, we both have not participated in IFSPD. So, what IFSPD actually is it's somewhat like a GSMUN. However, it includes case studies where students represent actual entities such as the World Economic Forum and other organizations such as that, and they basically are for the students' good holistic development. Without further ado, let us have our young student leaders in the studio and let us be honored to come and interview them. And we'll see you right there.
All right, everyone. So that's Rikit over there. Rikit, say hi to the camera.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll begin with this question. Rikit, so what did you do in IFSPD? Were you part of any specific activities or presentations?
My role in my stakeholder team, which was Saudi Arabia, was being the envoy. Envoy is basically a presenter who does the opening statement, closing statement. So what I do is, after I give my opening statement for my country, I get challenged by jurists, and once I answer those, my role is done for then. After that, I have to do the closing statement. Then the role of my envoy is done.
Great, that's great. Sounds like a big deal, yeah. I feel we both have not done
Yeah.
IFSPD, but we feel next year we'll definitely give it a try. Okay, so Rikit, what do you think is the biggest challenge in order to achieve sustainable peace and development all around the world? IFSPD is all about that, and if you could ensure that nations work progressively towards sustainable peace and development, what do you think are the steps that should be taken?
Because sometimes there are a lot of natural or man-made factors that affect getting to the goal of achieving sustainability.
Yeah,
So-
Rikit.
See, the main challenge which I think is the people. People's mindset needs to be changed. There are so many simple ways on being sustainable. Like simply using the 3 R's method: reuse, reduce, and recycle. Using this method can really help the world a lot.
That's very intriguing. And I feel if more people listen to kids like Rikit, the world would be a much, much better place by now. Thank you, Rikit. And we'll hopefully see you very, very soon on the podcast.
Thank you.
And now we have Kanak. Kanak, say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Okay, so first question, Kanak. Can you describe your thoughts about IFSPD before you participated? Of course, this is a new thing to our school. So, what was going through your mind when you first heard the term IFSPD?
because people were so you were hearing it from your teachers and all of them that you will be participating in IFSPD, so it must be something new for you, right?
So at first I thought that IFSPD were just long academic lectures, like very boring and nothing interesting.
That's nice. Do you feel that by actually participating in IFSPD and attending these Glasgow sessions, your view on these supposed boring lectures has been changed?
Yeah, it was actually very interesting. It was not boring after I started to understand.
Okay.
That's great to
And
know.
overall, did the event meet your expectations? And if so, why or why not?
Yes, it did. Because but it should have been more like longer. Like the time, like it was only for like about 1 month. It should have been more like.
Oh, so
That-
you wanted the time duration to increase and span a little more.
You know what, Kanak? I absolutely love your enthusiasm. If more students would actually take an interest in IFSPD, I feel that we would all be much, much better global citizens. Thank you so much, Kanak, for coming with us on this interview. Thank you.
All right, everyone. So now we have Omav Agarwala of grade 8 with us. Omav, say hi to the audience.
Hello.
Okay, so Omav, what did you learn about peace and sustainability from this event?
The IFSPD Glasgow sessions helped me develop global awareness, empathy, and leadership. By promoting peace, sustainability, and respect for diversity, they help create an inclusive school environment and inspire students to become responsible global citizens.
That's very intriguing, Omav. So, second question, why do you think events like IFSPD are so important for young people today?
Events like IFSPD are important for young people because they help open their minds to global issues and different perspectives. They help youngsters learn about peace, sustainability, and cooperation while building confidence and leadership skills.
Hmm.
That's
very-
great to
that's-
know, man. Ladies and gentlemen, see, these are the people who are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the ones who are quite aware of the changes happening, and they are the ones who are ready to deal with those changes.
In order to create more global leaders for tomorrow, we need to take part in any opportunity we can get, just like this. And thank you, Omav. And we will hopefully see you in a very new Thar Talks episode very soon. Thank you.
So, everyone, this is Asma from grade 9. Asma, say hi.
Hi.
Alright, so Nanjapa, would you like to ask her?
Of course.
about-
So, Asma, what actions or ideas presented at IFSPD do you think could be implemented in our school or local community?
I mean, you must have discussed a lot of things during your IFSPD Glasgow sessions, and you might have found ideas that you think can be implemented in real life. So, what are some of those ideas?
I think the main key idea at IFSPD was building peace, whether it be through inclusivity or cooperation. But I think that is one key idea we should include in our school community. I think initiatives that encourage students to, respect people with other opinions, perspectives, and, cultural backgrounds. These fundamental traits, I think, are what will help us reach or, achieve global peace at a faster rate.
That is so insightful, Asma. So, Asma, for your second question. Now, you've attended GSMUN, obviously, and we both have also attended GSMUN. So, what changes have you noticed from last year's GSMUN and this year's IFSPD? And if so, do you think they are more impactful?
Well, GSMUN is more focused on consensus framing, and I think at points it's more realistic and more, impactful for future endeavors, when it comes to international relations. But IFSPD too has been very insightful. It helped me realize that, peace building is a very big part of today's world, and we should, concentrate more on peace building. But I think in some areas, IFSPD's case studies lacked realism, and it could have been more realistic rather than just hypothetical situations that were presented to us. So in some criterias, I do think GSMUN was more impactful, but IFSPD has scope for improvement, and I would love to do it again.
That is great. Yes, we both personally feel that GSMUN, the vibe, the committees, the agendas, they are immaculate. But then again, I love to experience IFSPD as the way you describe it. It is definitely a very enlightening and an interesting experience.
However, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot generally, I mean, it would not be apt to compare GSMUN to IFSPD because both of their goals are quite similar because UN and IFSPD both are focusing on achieving sustainability and peace. So, Asma, do you feel more motivated to get involved in peace building or sustainability projects after attending this event?
Yes, I do feel more, motivated to be more enthusiastic or participate more in these kind of projects, because I remember in our first cohort round we had a case study about self-driving cars such as Tesla, and it talked about how if it's ethical that these robots can make life-changing decisions such as saving their own driver or saving the lives of the other passengers. So I think these case studies helped me think more. It made me question our daily actions, and I think these actions will change how I want to change our community in school, and so I think I will participate more in peace building initiatives and like to start more initiatives such as this.
That's a really fresh perspective.
And that is very, very encouraging, Asma, for the younger people especially. The youth is our future, and we need to nurture them like we are for you all. And thank you, Asma, for coming to our studio and speaking on Thought Talks today. And we will see you hopefully very, very soon.
Thank you.
So, and now we have Para in the studio. Say hi to the camera, Para.
Hi.
Arav.
All right. So, Para, how do you think IFSPD is going to impact or has impacted our community and the entire world in the long term?
So yes, now if you see, IFSPD was from grade 6 to 9, and so if the younger ones still like participate in IFSPD, so they can get to know the better global issues, and they can get better solutions from now. So once if they really actually get to have those global issues in front of them, they can get to have a better solution from prepared. Already they like prepared. They would know, yes, this is the solution best way I can do, and yes.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. And okay, Para, how did participating in IFSPD make you think differently about the various global issues such as peace and sustainability on which IFSPD is actually based?
Okay, let's be honest. Like before I participated in IFSPD, I used to think that okay, global issue is just an issue which I don't need to take care of. But after participating in IFSPD, I really got to know that it's not just an issue; it's an issue to be which cared of, and like which should be the one who which needs to be taken care of today and not tomorrow. So it impacted me my whole mindset, like how it changed my mindset from not delaying things to getting things to it at the point. Yes.
All right,
That
so
i-
it
that
has
is-
impacted you even besides sustainability, right?
Yes, like because it made me think if not peace, then what will be the future's way of it?
That is actually so enlightening, Para. And I feel that that is what people need to realize more. They think that if something is happening far off, it's not their alley, it's not their cup of tea. But here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen, it affects us. If not directly, then definitely indirectly. Thank you for your amazing answer, Para. Next question. If you had the opportunity to organize the next IFSPD event, what would you do differently or what changes would you implement?
Oh, nice. This time the cohorts were based on the classes like grade 9 differently, grade 8 separately, and the last cohort it was like grade 9 and 8 combined. So I feel if I had a senior coming up to me and asking a question where I was prepared, though I would be scared. So when that happened, I feel my juniors were scared because they don't know what type of question I'm gonna ask, and it will just like what are they even asking? Because my standard would be just like normal, but at the same time for them it would be high. And second of all, the case studies which were given were amazing. It was relatable. It could be more engaging, and would like to connect to our life. It would be like more of social media. There were case studies, but yes, and the debating time in the final case study we got less because it was just like when the envoy actually understood the question of jurist, it was time up, and the envoy, it was a plus point for envoy because he or she did not need to answer. But at the same time, if it would be longer, the envoy and jurist can have good conversation and good debate on it, and we can get more debatable time in that specific.
All
That-
right, so
those-
I believe, I mean, that could have a lot of impact after those changes are implemented.
Yeah, these are very conviction led changes, and I feel if they were to actually be implemented, this could be a very engaging program. It already is, but it could be even more better. Thank you so much, Para, for coming into our studio and being with us today. And we will hopefully see you very soon in another episode of the Thar Talks. And now we have Nalini from grade 7 with us here in the studio. Say hi to the camera, Nalini.
Hi.
Arav, would you like to take us away with the questions? Arav? Oh, he's not here. I'll do his part. Okay. So now participating in IFSPD, right? What do you think the main goals of this whole program is?
I think that the main goals of this whole program was to create awareness among citizens about global issues and help us understand the importance of peace, sustainability, and development, and also how they're all interconnected. I think IFSPD also aims to encourage leadership among students like us.
Thoughtful.
We can, benefit from this wonderful program.
That sounds really, really insightful, Nalini. And I feel that if we, the youth of today, were to actually take part in such programs, we'd all be better leaders for tomorrow. So, secondly, why do you think events like IFSPD are so important for the youth today?
Um, Events like IFSPD are very important for the youth today as they give us a platform to learn, share, communicate our thoughts and opinions, and also to listen and learn from one another. They help us benefit with giving us skills like confidence, leadership, and importance of equality, qualities that all help us become better and responsible citizens.
Thank you. And that is so insightful. And we are so glad to have you with us in the studio today. Thank you so much, Nalini, and hopefully we shall see you very, very soon. And that's wraps for today's episode. And if you listened till this point, then congratulations. You know more than IFSPD than I did at the beginning of this episode. We covered peace, sustainability, and global issues, and somehow managed to stay focused on what was the main goal, and that was learning a lot from our dear students.
All right, so we hope that you enjoyed hearing everyone's perspectives on IFSPD and general sustainability and peace as a whole. I have learned a lot. Nanjapa has learned a lot. You
So
have learned a
much.
lot.
Yeah. And that is it, and we shall see you in the next episode of the Thar Talks.
Stay peaceful, stay sustainable,
And stay developed.
yes.